Goodbye, Pilipinas. Boom!
Locked on the station with better music and more varieties. 979 FM.
Become a member or subscriber of 979 FM today by phoning 9747 0450 during business hours or phone 9747 8500 after hours. Support 979 FM today.
Hits and memories.
979 FM.
Hi, this is 97.9 Filipino Aussie program, the home of Good Vibes Pilipinas, with Papi Melvin Mata, Bibo Santos, and Mayora May Zafla, imparting positivity, playing open music while serving the community. Good Vibes Pilipinas! Boom! Ayan na. Magandang gabing Wednesday sa inyong lahat, mga Good Vibes. It's a info session time and also a pre-recording for a Saturday on air on this coming 18th of November 2020. 2023. So ito pong again ito pong programang ito, itong session ito ay matutunghayan nyo sa Saturday. So lahat po ng mga nakaantabay ngayon, live po tayo, live streaming simultaneously sa Facebook, sa YouTube, and sa Twitter live natin. And we're going to have a very good discussion tonight. And hopefully you enjoy. You can always interact with us, guys. Again, you can comment on your chat boxes. You can also answer or ask some questions to our guest for tonight. So, ito po ang ating getting out of rental trap. So, ibig sabihin is more on owning your first home or your investment property. By the way, ano muna tayo? Shoutout muna kay Mr. Agoy Sakwesa, kumparing Agoy Sakwesa. Greetings from Baguio, Philippines. Kuyang, God bless Ramon, Enrico, Doval, Santos. And also Mars Salazar is watching. And Camille De Peribos naman is watching as well. So alam ko si kapatid na Bernadette is also watching at the moment. Regards to you guys. Hopefully magkita-kita tayo ulit. And very thankful ako for sending all the love and congratulations for giving us the opportunity. And we're very thankful for Community Broadcasting Association of Australia for choosing us as the winners of 2023 Excellence in Ethnic and Multicultural Broadcasting. Good Vibes Pilipinas, representing 979 FM. So we gathered this award two weeks ago, and we're number 1 so in the whole Australia. Again, thank you very much sa mga mga fans namin, sa all the followers, especially sa ating mga nasa yung ating mga social media portals. You can follow, you can also like and also subscribe sa aming Good Vibes Pilipinas sa Facebook, sa YouTube, sa Twitter, sa Instagram, sa TikTok, and sa Twitch as well. Okay, so magsimula na tayo sa ating info session. We have 3 very gorgeous gentlemen for tonight. And would like to first introduce to you is a broker at Collective Financial, Mr. Chris MENDONEX. Chris, how are you, Chris? And also, I would like to introduce to you the second person, or first person is he is the estate manager of Creekbank Estate, Ramon Doval Santos.
Good afternoon, good evening, everyone.
And also no other than the founder and the director of Aspire Property Group, Sir OREN. Okay, unmute, gentlemen. So welcome to our info session for tonight. It's all about getting out of rental trap, especially with the situation that we've been suffering from 3 years ago. So from COVID, we thought that we're secured enough of gathering these kinds of properties, but now we're into another challenge. So welcome, Chris. Welcome, Sir Ramon and Ran. How are you, Chris?
Thank you.
Okay, Chris, why did you introduce yourself first?
Well, I'm Chris MENDONEX, basically a finance broker. I run my own ACL and we're called Collective Financial. Thanks, Melvin.
Nice, Ramon.
Yes, good evening, everyone. My name is Ramon. I've been in the building industry since 2009, and currently the estate manager of Creekbank Estate in Deanside. Looking forward to providing you more information and getting out of the rental trap.
And Sir Ran, how are you, sir?
Very well, thank you. I've been in the industry for 22 years. I came here again as a migrant, like all of you. I'm coming originally from Israel. And, gradually, I ended up buying my own house. But I'm very familiar. I'm a licensed estate agent as well. And I'm very familiar with all the hiccups and the hurdles that new buyers are facing, especially at the moment in this market.
All right, to start up, Sir Ramon, what are the offers at the moment from your side?
Yes, Good evening again. Well, Creekbank Estate is based in Deanside. It has 300 blocks in total. We are in the first two stages. Stage one will title sometime next year by June 2024. And the second stage, we are looking into titling before the end of the year in 2024. It is the right time to jump in. You have much time to save and get your finance organized, and we will be happy to help you package a home. And we will be also producing 2-part and 1-part contracts for you.
Look, excuse me for interrupting, guys, but I think first of all we need to understand, before talking about offers in all this stuff, what are the problems that renters are facing, and is it going to get better? Is it going to get worse?
Yep.
What's the pros and cons of getting out of that rental trap? Okay.
Yep.
And I think when we're talking about offers, and Chris can elaborate, you need to tailor the offer to that particular client. So their needs, if they need a 3-bedder, 2-bedder, which area they need, what they can afford. There are probably 50 variables that poor Chris need to work around in order to get where he needs to get. But first of all, I think to be a tenant nowadays, and people don't want to talk about it because it's not politically correct and it's not a sexy subject. Horrible, because I feel like landlords are definitely taking advantage, especially now when there is a record shortage of houses. There is a record vacancy low, and again, rent is constantly going up. They said effectively rent will go up this year 10%. And look, I've been here 23 years in this country, and what I experience as well, the rent is always going to go up, no matter what, even if the interest rate went to zero, like what we experienced during COVID. I never seen any landlord saying, "Look, I'm paying nothing really to the bank. I'm going to discount the rent." No, they don't. Now the rate is going up, they're increasing it. So as a tenant, they're really trapped. Whatever they will do, they can be the best tenant on the planet. Every 12 months or 6 months, somebody going to increase the rent, especially with the current shortage. And look, you need the courage, and you need to have some good people that can guide you in order to get out of that trap. Because the minute you are in that trap and you're spending 30, 40K every year on rent, it's harder to get out of the trap. And I told Ramon that I want to help those people that are in the trap. Somebody that want to buy an investment property, that's on another level. Ideally, I would like more to help somebody that came here and been here a couple of years and really want to, instead of working for the bank or work for a landlord, work for himself. And correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, and you've seen it a million times. Have you ever seen a landlord that says that his cost went down, he's going to reduce his rent?
No. Chris?
No such thing. I agree with you, right?
And look, ultimately, when I'm thinking, if I'm a tenant and, I got, I'm paying 30, 40K rent a year, at least let's put the money towards myself. So even if I'm paying my own home and it's costing me 30, 40K, at least that money is, I'm paying my own house. And if this house really end up in value, going up in value, I got some gain. When I'm paying 40, 50K a year rent and I'm paying it for the landlord, there is no gain for me. I'm just basically paying this landlord's mortgage, if he has mortgage. Some of them have no mortgage. And if the property is going up, okay, and the price is going up, it's not going to give me any gains or, say, look, thank you very much, there is something in it for you. You're like, you're paying somebody else's house effectively. It's not a nice and polite way to say it, but you're paying someone else's house.
Yeah.
Can you phrase it a bit more politely, Chris?
Yeah, correct. So it's one of those situations where I think you're right that the landlords are increasing costs no matter what because of their costs on their end, especially with the rise of interest rates. But at the same time, you have the renters also struggling on both ends of the stick with cost of living plus cost of rent on both sides. So it's getting harder and harder for a lot of people to get into their own property as their own home to live in. Basically, you're right, man.
Yeah, gentlemen, can I ask a question? What do you think why the renters at the moment, because of COVID as well, are scared of owning their own houses at the moment? Is it the interest rate, or is it the scarcity of the builders, or whatever? Any answer to that?
My personal opinion is a lot of lack of knowledge, lack of information. Because most of them, they are busy in their job. If they are, let's say, working as a nurse or whichever job they do, they're just busy in their life and they don't have the right people around them to guide them and show them that really almost in the same amount that you just paid for rent, you could have purchased your own house. And sometimes you need the right people around you, and you need the right people that can help you, push you to do something a bit out of your comfort zone. And sometimes, you need to have the courage, to buy a house. Sometimes, it's a big decision, but I never met anybody, at least not in this country, that's saying, look, I made a mistake, I bought my own house. Everybody that bought their own house in the last 30, 40, 50 even years, they'll tell you that was the best decision they've done. And especially now when we know that we are going to have 400,000 people here every year, new migrants. They're saying around 200 will come to Melbourne. We know that that's going to put a lot of pressure on rental prices. And the best thing that our listeners can do is take my advice. If they're in a position, and we can talk who is in a position that to do something, do it. You will never regret doing it. 100%. If you won't do it and you're in a position, I have no doubt within 1 or 2 or 3 years you will regret not doing it.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying, somebody need to stretch themselves, I have no doubt at least 50% of those renters, same rent that they are paying now, they can buy a house. And look, each one got problems. Hence why someone like Chris can work out what's the solution for every problem. Because if it's, let's say, somebody, their budget is X, let's say the budget is 500, but what they really need, it costs 600. Many times you can do it as an investment property, which you can buy it as an investment property. All your disadvantage is you don't get the first home buyer's grant, which is 10K. But guess what?
Yeah.
You got your own house.
Yeah.
And many times I've seen, and Chris, correct me if I'm wrong, they don't have enough deposits. And again, many times we can work out, with the developer that you can put a rebate contribution.
Yes.
Which, if you're getting 5 or 10K from a developer, guess what? That's 10K deposit. We fix the problem. So I have a feeling many times people are getting so bogged down in the problems and they don't talk to, let's say, someone like Chris or someone like Ramon, and they just see the problem.
Yeah.
Sometimes, it's like you got a problem, you see, go to the doctor
Yes.
and say, Doctor, look, this is my problem. I don't want to hear about the problem anymore. I want to hear about the solution.
Okay.
And some they just can't think that way. And sometimes I really think, in the long term, especially if you got family, you just need to be, to be with more courage, speak to the right people, get the right advice. And even if you're afraid, and everybody afraid of doing something, if you talk to the right people, I think you can diffuse that feeling. Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
Uh, I remember when I purchased my first house, my one of my good friends, he just told me it's a brilliant movie. He really encouraged me to do it, and that's what made me do it. And again, it's who you're talking to. You're talking to positive people that know what they're doing and they care about helping you. I'm sure you will get a very good outcome. Um, Look, what I can see again, Chris, I want you to talk again, about problems that you can see and how you solve it. But another thing that I can see a lot of people are doing today, they're buying a house that it's called co-living. So it's two houses in one house,
Yeah.
which you rent a section of it, and you're getting good money, and that really pays for your house. So you're becoming a owner occupier and an investor at the same time. So that can work for people that they don't have enough money to service the loan. Guess what? Now they're going to get another $300-400 a week rent, which will help them to service the loan.
I just also wanted to add, Ran, as you said, people would like to hear solutions rather than problems. With the current situation wherein vacancy rate in Melbourne right now is at 1%. So there is very few rental properties available. So people who are thinking of building or buying a new property, as Ran is saying, you can rent out some of the rooms or design a home wherein you can rent out your rooms. If you go to flatmates, an average weekly rent of a room in Melton, I'll name some suburbs. In Melton, the average weekly rent is between $250 to $300 a week. In the southeast, somewhere in Clyde, the average weekly rent for a room is around $250 to $350. If you are renting a room with an ensuite, it goes up between $350 to $450 a week. So imagine if you have 3 extra bedrooms, your mortgage is almost paid for. That's one solution that we can do. Whilst we are selling land, we are also encouraging or helping our clients to design a home wherein you can design the home wherein you'll have 3 or 4 bathrooms, so you can rent out extra rooms for your from in the community or with your friends. That's one solution that we can provide.
So, to add to that, basically, making home ownership easier for the people who are renting at the moment, there's a couple of things that are very important to start with. So, a lot of people on the podcast or the radio want to listen and want to understand what's really happening. And to back these guys up is, yes, the rental situation is getting tougher for people. So if they do lose rent, it's very hard to get back into the rental market again. And it's hard to get into a home of your own if you don't plan ahead. So when you have an opportunity to sit down with, like sort of what Ram was saying, was people who are understanding of the situation or their situation, you can design a plan for the future. So you're not necessarily you have to buy a house today because land is also unavailable. So it's having those chats with the right people and saying, okay, well, I'm ready to buy a home. Where do I start? Usually they might start with an agent like Ramon and say, okay, look, I want to buy a house at 650, but their budget is really not in that situation. What Ramon would normally do is refer to a broker or myself and have a general chat about what works for them, because at the end of the day, they have to make those repayments on a home loan. And that's the scariest bit, like you were saying before, Noah and Ram were saying, that they're more afraid of the cost of living and cost of buying a home rather than the future growth of the equity of the home. So rates are not going to be always 7%, 8%, 2%, 3%. They're going to fluctuate, and they have been throughout time. But if people understand that the average rate in the interest rate for the last 40 years has been 7.25, despite the last 10 years, if they understand economics, that the rates were 4%. So people have been living off the last 10 years on 2%, 3% rates. Before then, if they really looked at history, rates were average of 7.15. So we're still not in that situation where we're going, hey, we're in a bad situation. No, this is a normal situation. So when I first bought my home, the rate was 7.15, and we thought that was good back then. When it dropped to 2%, we thought, wow, this is interesting. But from my point of view, in my opinion, I've been in this game a very long time, this is not a good thing at 2% because it has to go back up.
Yeah.
So, but people were buying at $1 million, a first home at $1 million. But $1 million at 7%, most people can't afford, and the wages that we're on. So this is the sort of a logical, common sense approach. When we speak to customers, we have a legal requirement to follow by law and to give best interest duties. So having a chat with the customer and say, look, what is available for a first home buyer, like the low deposit scheme or first home buyer low deposit scheme, which is waives mortgage insurance. You've got your grants, which is the $10,000 first homeowners grant, which is a Victorian grant, which will apply to customers who are building houses, okay? And also stamp duty waivers, which are applicable with any first home buyer. So customers can save up to $70,000 in cost straight away. So all they really need is 5% deposits. The reality is now governments are aware of this, but too, banks and other lending institutions are aware of this situation that we're in. So there's things like HAS, and people don't know what that is, HAS, which is Home Affordability Solutions, which is a new product that's come out. And basically, some people are using shared equity, okay? And what that is...
And this coming from the bank, Chris? From the banks?
It's actually... Shared equity is a private company, not a private company. It's actually a lending facility, and they borrow funds through Access as well.
Yeah.
But you're able to use part of your superannuation to go into a shared equity property that then on lends and guarantees 20% of your deposit. So really, you're only coming up with 3 to 5% of your deposit. So a lot of people are doing this instead of getting the parents to go guarantor, or parents who want to go guarantor want to provide a bit of equity, but they might have 5 children, and that imagine providing 5 children 20% of your equity every single time. You lose 100% of your asset. So it's not worth it. So these new solutions are coming out into the market space, which then will play into soon as a normal part of lending. So it's just a matter of time before we accept the changes that's happening. So I think the fundamental start for most suggestions or most recommendations I would do for most customers is really sit down and understand your budget, understand the cost of living, because this is what the lenders are looking for, number one, because ultimately we have to go to a bank and ask for the money. Second part is set a budget and what you're willing to spend. Now, a lot of people will go, for example, I don't want to live in Creekbank. I want to live in Toorak. My budget's 650. Well, hold up. Let's be realistic. Let's talk about sensible approach of what you're looking for, and let's work it within the budget. Because the reality is, people cannot afford in Toorak if they're on $70,000 a year.
Yes.
Okay. So the key is understanding what the governments are offering to, because you have to be the certain criteria that governments do offer when it comes to providing grants, if we can call it that, or allowances, as we can call it. So there's certain criteria you must meet to be eligible for those grants. Okay, so that's sort of to back up what Ramon and Ram are saying, is that there's a lot of hurdles that a customer can go through, but understanding their personal position and going through that situation for them and helping them out, it's all about what Ram said at the start, knowledge. If you're geared with knowledge, you'll know. Now, a good statistic is that as of May last year, May when rates started going up, repayments have gone up 62% on home loans. So most people are not used to interest rates going up this fast and this quick. So the cost of living has also gone up. The gas and electricity has gone up. So cost of living has really gone up for most people, and they're not aware of this. But the issue they have is that the income hasn't gone up. So budgeting is number one, first of all, before you think about it. To add to this too is that some lenders will accept your rental statement. So you've been renting for 12 months, they're happy to consider them and say, well, we consider this not as genuine savings, but it shows that you can make a repayment of a home loan, similar to what Ram was saying. Very similar. So banks will accept that. I've got 5%, but look, I struggled to get it. I've got some funds from family, I've got some funds from friends who've gifted me. The banks are happy to consider those things, those factors now. Okay, so it gets you in the home a lot faster. To support Rand's point of view regards to property prices, to give you an example, I bought a property in Pakenham in 2011, purchased for $400,000. Now, the reality is now the latest valuation is over $1 million. So it just shows you property prices are increasing, they're not going backwards. So there's a micro and macro approach in suburbs at the moment with valuations. So a valuation in Oran might be $200,000 less compared to last year because it really grew, but it slowed right down over $1 million. But what we're talking about is customers who are trying to get out of the rental market and focusing on a property value as much as maximum $650 because of first home buyers, for example.
$650.
Yep.
All right. So we'll get back to you guys. Again, we're with Chris MENDONEX, Ramon Santos, and Ron Oren. And we'll be back for some advertising.
No.
Hey, don't stop the music! Say the magic words.
979 FM, the little station with a big sound.
You just said the magic word, huh?
Blue Spa Dental is trusted by patients all around Melbourne. Experience the gentle care of our highly skilled dentists. Take a step towards a healthier and better smile. Our dentists at Blue Spa Dental receive inquiries and ask questions regularly. We are happy to talk to you on the phone or email you with an answer to questions you may have concerning your dental treatments. We offer general dentistry, cosmetic dentistry, and orthodontics. We have clinics in Melbourne City, Heidelberg, and Taylor's Hill. Book now by calling 03-8657-9417. Sponsor 979 FM.
Light Up Your Life Australia imports quality copies, lanterns, or parol from the Philippines. We now also distribute new quality gourmet food brands in all Australia. These are Casalontok Sinamak, an all-natural homemade Ilonggo spiced vinegar, great dipping sauce for steamed or grilled food. Baked mushroom chips by Mom's House of Mushrooms from Cavite. You'll enjoy the delectable goodness of mushroom oyster and original flavor. No salt, no sugar added, a great way to eat without guilt. Bottled gourmet bangus from Dagupan, Pangasinan with 3 flavors to choose from. In olive oil with sun-dried tomatoes and Portuguese style. Area distributors, store owners, and online resellers are welcome for business. For inquiries, call 0426-267252. Proud sponsor, 979 FM.
Do you hear that?
Yep, that's the sound of our happy chickens.
Fat, juicy, tasty happy chickens.
We send all our chickens to Melton Chicken Stock, Claret Ash Boulevard, Arnold's Creek.
That's the shop with the happy chicken on the roof.
Buy some of our happy chickens today.
Phone them on 9068 4869.
Melton Chicken Stock is a delicious sponsor of 979 FM.
Australia is a great country to explore as a tourist, but it is also setting international standards for excellence in education. We can help you convert your tourist to a student visa with a 100% approval rate on onshore applications. Asia Pacific Group Education and Migration Services offer free processing for Filipino tourists who want to explore and study here in Melbourne. We thrive to provide our clients with excellent services, clear communication, a fast and simplified application process, and successful outcomes. Our Filipino team can assist and guide you on your visa processing. For more information, you can call 03-700-38711 or email filipino@asiapacificgroup.com. Sponsor 979 FM.
979 FM, the home of the West's best stereo.
Again, we're back with Ran, Chris, and Ramon. We're here, so 979 FM, Community Radio Filipinas training program. Good vibes, Pilipinas. Boom. And we have to mention some of our shout-outs. Too many viewers at the moment, actually, guys. We have Marla Vargas watching. Mel Chacon is watching. Annette Eyes watching. David John Angeles is watching as well. David, how are you? Here, B. Istoro, Ignoro is watching. Jans Goldsmith is watching as well. Jean Intia Malabanan, Carla Di Magila, Manny Pili, Rico M. Ruelo is watching. Gandang hapon, host, sabi ni Rico. And Lazaro Sergio Soriano watching as well. And GZ and Mel Bernaldez is watching. Too many. Topher Sayer, Teresa Medina, Annette Lego. Shout out, host. From Annette, Kuya Rico M. Ruelo, shout out. Mrs. Helen Season, happy watching. Windapple Click. Louis Brios is watching. Teddy Washington is watching. Hannah Sinta. Marcos Esteban is watching. Hello, gorgeous. Happy to Marcos. And Arlene Sakulu Call Out Off is watching as well. Dami nating viewers at the moment. And also thank you guys for tuning in. Again, we're pre-recording this, also being heard on air on Saturday, 18th of November 2023 from 6 to 8 in the morning, Sabado, dito sa Melton, Australia. All right, continue. We'll have a very interesting info session, guys, at the moment. And again, we have Ran, Ramon, and Chris with us. And we're tackling about getting out of rental trap. But nice inputs, Chris, about all of those situations. Pwede nating, those are the solutions for some of problems. But we know that there are unique situations, especially sa mga especially sa mga new buyers. They have this kinds of unique struggles, and that's why Ramon and Chris are there to guide you. Those brokers and those agents, you need to really consult them. As Ron said, you need the experts. You need some experts, because you can't go to the hardware if you're sick. So you need to go to the doctor if you're sick. So from AMDG, a rather interesting conversation. Could you please tell us who to contact for further information? Best if you can flash it on screen. Thanks. Ooh, there's some inquiries. Actually, AMDG, you can contact me. You can private message me
in Good Vibes Pilipinas, and also you can I can give you later on after this conversation. Okay, this is AMDG Arete from YouTube. So we have actually we have some viewers from YouTube as well simultaneously again. Okay, so Ran, what are the other challenges? Especially we have I know that we have this prophecy that there's going to be another recession. I don't know who's doing that, but they said that there's another recession coming. I don't know.
I haven't heard about any recession. That's I think it's a false prophecy, because if we are bringing 400,000 people every year, I can assure you that you can't have a recession. Because imagine 400,000 people, how much they need to consume. So they need to rent a house, they need to buy furniture, they need to buy food, they need a car. We probably would have a recession if we wouldn't have this crazy immigration program. But Chris will correct me. With this crazy immigration program, okay, and I'm not saying it's right or wrong. It's not that's not the place. You will never have a recession. That's a bulletproof. Now, one of the things that Chris mentioned is when you're talking about interest rates going up and it comes down, and it can go up again and come down again. They say that the neutral zone is 2.25%, meaning that when you're borrowing money, it's about anywhere between 4.5%. Okay, that's the neutral zone. At the moment, because we got high inflation, interest is a bit higher. But what people need to understand that this interest, and that's you can see all the YouTubes and all the four banks are forecasting it. This interest will start plummeting. Basically, we start gradually go down from next year. They're not sure if it's going to start in June or July, but sometimes next year, interest rate will come down. If I will bring you back in the beginning of the session, rent will not go down. The rent will go only one way, up. If somebody is purchasing a house, believe me or not, probably it will take them 18 months, but they will see that the rate significantly went down. Well, if somebody will keep renting for the next 18 months, I have no doubt those people will see that the rent will go up significantly in the next 18 months. Hence why, again, I don't know if everybody is in a position, but if somebody is in a position and they just not sure, they need the reassurance, they need the guidance, yeah. And again, I'm the three of us. We don't charge, when somebody is coming to me and say, look, I want to talk to you, I'm not saying, look, I want money or whatever. I'm happy to have a chat with everybody, and I know Chris is always open to talk to people, and Ramon is, you call him in midnight, he will take your call. The fact that we are selling some land in the inside, it doesn't mean I can only help them with land in the inside. If somebody likes the Southeast or like the North, or even they just want to have a chat to see where they're at, maybe they are not in a position today to buy something, but in a year or in a year and a half, I'm happy to have a chat. If I can help somebody, I'll feel good about it, and I know for a fact that Ramon and Chris will feel great about it too.
Yes, definitely, Ran. Whilst we are selling land, as Ran is saying, we've been in the industry since 2009. So I've helped clients do renovation, help clients build their homes. I help clients customize their homes. And right now I'm talking to someone who's looking into knocking down and rebuilding. So we have many options for you, but you have to look at it from a point of view of balancing what you can afford, what is the budget, and where you want to live, and what type of design you want to live. So in any project, you have to have a plan, and that plan should suit your lifestyle and also your budget. We're here, the three of us, we have maybe between the three of us, we have maybe 50 years of experience. We're happy to share that, and you can always get in touch with us. You just get in touch with Melvin here, and he'll give you our numbers, and we're happy to have a Google Meet or meet you where at your homes or at your offices.
And Chris, do you have your own office as well?
Yeah, I do have an office in Dandenong in Melbourne. Also operating a couple of our firms in the western suburbs and in Mount Waverley. So yes, definitely do have a couple of offices that I operate from. Yeah.
Can you send it through me in the messenger so that I could give those interested people, just in case they chat me, I will definitely refer them, to you, especially with these kinds of situations. I have too many friends actually that are looking for very reputable and very helpful. We call it helpful because sometimes, companies, especially in the real estate, sometimes if you don't know the reputation of these companies, they're just gonna, get you some of their money. But Sir Ran, what do you think Aspire, gives you the best offer or the best offers to the customer or
I'll tell you what, Aspire got some very interesting stock because where we are positioned ourselves, we are a first home buyer real estate. We don't deal with very rarely. I'm dealing with $3-4 million houses. Most of what we are selling is between $500K to $650K.
Wow.
Which is perfect for those first home buyers. We got a lot of our stock is what we call one part contract, meaning somebody is paying a deposit. It can be 10%, 5%, 2%. They're paying it now. And the balance is on completion. Completion can take 12 months.
Yeah.
Meaning the client got 12 months to save. Okay? While they're renting, they don't need to start paying interest to the bank on top of the rent.
Yes. Yeah.
They can retain their lifestyle and don't stress about the house that they're going to have in 12 months' time.
Okay.
So, and another thing, because of that's what we do, I understand people fear, and you know what fear is like a handbrake.
Yeah.
Many people, that fear is killing them. Now, what I can show them that let's release the handbrake, okay? Get rid of that fear. And again, I'm not doing it by myself. I got a good team around me. So I'm working very closely with Chris. And Chris can, as I said, he's a very experienced broker, but he can actually break it, black and white. Guys, your actually repayment is going to be less than what your rent here, what you're paying for rent. So why you're worried about it? And I'm happy, to share some information, especially, it's a lot of article about, what the banks are forecasting. So the banks are forecasting rate cut sometimes next year, which we all know what it means. Prices of houses will go up because we got a lot of demand. Supply is down because we are building less. Interest rates is going to go down, so more people are going to purchase. So not only that the house price, and it's unfortunate, will go up, the rent is going to go up. And if, let's say, I'm in a position at the moment that I can buy something, and the only thing that hold me back is fear, which either myself can dismantle or Mon or Chris, we've done a good thing for that family. That family, within 5 years' time, or even less, will be in a way better financial position.
Yeah.
They got their own house. They don't have to pay somebody else's mortgage. And again, Chris mentioned, it's a bit personal about in his house in Pakenham. But as you can see, in 10 years' time, something that he purchased for 400 now worth more than $1 million. I wish it for all our listeners that they will buy something for themselves, as I said, not for an investment, just to live, that they will have, a roof above their head, but their own roof, not somebody else's roof.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish them that they will buy something for 600 and we can have a chat in 10 years' time. They will say, look, it's worth 1.2. I'll be very happy for them.
I think to add to that, Rand, is like the prediction for 2031, and this was on the internet by one of the major newsletters and newspapers. The prediction of 2031 is there's certain pockets of suburbs that will double in price by 2031. Especially the western suburbs, because there's still clear land out there and they're still developing. So the lucky thing that people can do with your customer base is basically have an opportunity to chat to Ramon and Ran, who have an idea of what the perspective is that's going to happen by the time 2031 happens. For example, what shopping centres are opening up? Is this new school happening? So they get data before most people do. So most customers look at a blank canvas and say, what do you mean suburb there? There's no such thing. I don't see it. What are you talking about? Why would I live way over there? It's too far away.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden a suburb pops up and I'm like, why didn't I buy there? So the missed opportunities are there. So that's the reality that we're seeing. For example, Clyde North. Clyde North, you could buy the property 10 years ago around about $350. 400 square house, $350, not a problem. If you can get into Clyde North now for $700, you're doing well. There was an article, realestate.com, that had a property for sale for $450,000, and the house was burnt down. It was burnt down, and they're selling for $450,000. It's quite interesting because a real estate agent's willing to sell a burnt down house for $450,000. So it just shows you to clear that block and build again would cost the customer literally another $500,000 to $600,000 to build on that block again.
Yeah.
So the reality is that the end value of that house would be close to $850,000 to $900,000, even if they bought the burnt down house. Now, people will look at that burnt down house and go, oh, I wouldn't buy that in a million years because it's burnt. Reality is most people go, I'll buy it, clear the home, build my own house, so be it. I've saved myself.
Or subdivide for the 3 houses.
Or do something with it,
Yeah.
and have a chat with Ramon and say, well, Ryan, should I buy this or shouldn't I buy this? Is it worth buying? Or, for example, a property that's brand new, it might be a townhouse. The reality is everyone's living with each other now, and people are worried about recessions. Well, the reality of recession is a technical recession. People understand that. And I'm not an economist, but I study this stuff. A technical recession is you need 2 quarters of a low or depressed GDP. And if people understand that, they'll go, oh, really? So what is a recession to them versus someone's opportunities? 2 different things. And also, you got to look at the unemployment market to really understand this.
Yeah.
So technically, that's more of a economist discussion rather than a property discussion. But to answer the word fear, people are looking at, we're going to go in a recession, so I'm not going to buy a property. Fine. When I remember when the GFC hit, people ask me, Chris, I lost super. Oh yeah, great. And I was financial advisor, and I said, you lost your superannuation. That's fantastic. So what's the problem? Oh, I lost it, and guess what? That's so unfair. How dare the government? How dare the superannuation companies? How dare they? And I said, that's good. I said, you lost super. I gained super. I gained money. So throughout the GFC, yes. Why? Because I invested more. I put more money into the market. Why? It's like buying a luxury car at half price. The reality is going to go back up. Houses are the same. At the moment, people are like, oh, I have to sell. I have to sell. So there's opportunities out there that people are missing out on because they're too afraid of the word fear, which is a fear of basically fear of the future of an event that appears real when it's not. The reality is, without asking the questions, they're automatically in fear of something that's not really true.
Yeah.
So people are like, I can't buy a property, I can't afford it. I have customers who are older ages and say, oh, I can't buy a house because I'm too old. That's against the law to discriminate. A bank cannot discriminate against a customer. I've had customers who are 75 years old that said, look, I want to buy the dream house because I'm never ever going to do it, but I've got X amount of money that I can use now and buy my first home, but I don't think the bank will give me a 15-year loan. Banks are giving now 40-year loans. So this information
40
out there,
years.
40 years. Why? Because they know what's happening in the market. Yeah? There's banks out there who are willing to give a longer term on a certain basis because they know house prices are increasing. So they're trying to combat the repayment situation. But the main thing for banks is, how does the customer repay back the debt or their loan? And that's the key for the banks. Our job is to say, look, if the customer can afford it or they've got a way to pay it back, then there's a solution for a customer to get a home. The reality is, we wouldn't put a customer in a debt that they couldn't afford. That's the reality of it, you know? And we would feed a budget. All three of us would say, look, your budget is $650. Go buy this $800,000 home. It wouldn't work. It would be unfair, and it would not be the best interest of the customer to do so. So the reality is, they have a great idea of buying a home. It's all about making sure that they understand what they're buying is a good home to live in, and what is important is not looking at it as just a home, but it's a future investment for themselves, and look at it as a retirement asset, you know, as an asset to their household. That's the main thing. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So any more, Ran? Any more to add on?
Look, I'll just touch base on the fear that, you know, that point that Chris mentioned. I believe if you don't ask the questions, you never get the answers.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we're offering here is, you know, ask the questions. It doesn't cost any money. Ask the questions. I would love to give you some answers, and, you know, I hope it will be good answers. You know, I'm a positive guy. I believe that, you know, when you think positive things will happen to you. And again, I can definitely vouch for Ramon and Chris. Chris is that's definitely great. A broker. He got all the trick of the trades. There is nothing that, you know, you can that you never heard of, or if there is a way to do something, he'll be the first one to find it. Ramon is very knowledgeable in.
I know.
Not only he knows his stuff very well, you know, especially building, and if somebody wants a brand new house, you know, it's the back of his hand, or even townhouses. He's becoming a medium density specialist. And again, getting advice from very honest and genuine people, because there are plenty of, I don't want to use the term crooks, but there are plenty of people there that they They just looking for opportunities. Some of them not coming from a good place. And again, I can vouch for those two coming from a very good place.
Oh, good. If there are some contacts, Sir Ran, any contacts that you can give to them? There's no questions at the moment, so we can. I think I can just send them your
Absolutely.
Abraham
What I can
Aquino.
do.
Abraham Aquino. Hi, Chris. According to
Oh,
Abraham,
yes.
and motivationally as well. Hola, motivationally. All
What a
right.
legend.
Okay.
Yes, I just wanted to share, in our experience, people, as Ran said, are always afraid to jump into the market because of fear, just plain fear, without really understanding what is out there, what are the opportunities. To give you a good idea, in 2017, everyone was saying the market bubble will burst. People were not wanting to buy townhouses because they said it's not going to be profitable. But we had clients who bought in 2017, specifically in Clyde, wherein they bought a three-bedroom townhouse, double story, double car garage at 490. Today, that same property is valued at 680. Rental is 500 to 550 a week.
Wow.
So it's just a matter of talking to the right people. We're here to help you. The reason why the three of us click, we believe in the moral duty of providing proper information, the proper house, the proper investment to people who need them. We're not here to give you, you know, impossible numbers, impossible dreams. We're here to provide you the right info to make your dream come true. So we're like a one-stop shop. Ran has the supply. I have the information on what to provide you, and Chris can provide you solutions for your finance. And we're just a call away or an SMS away.
Good, Chris.
Mm-hmm. So, you want to add to that? Is that right, Melvin?
Yes, actually, there is a good question. How will you protect the interest of the first home buyer?
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so basically with first home buyers, the number one thing is the knowledge, or picking up the knowledge first. So it's the education piece. So it's the number one thing is contracts, yeah. So when you get a contract to sign, we always explain to a customer, before you sign, you must seek independent legal and financial advice. Yeah, it's their duty care as a customer to read contracts and appoint a legal representative or a conveyancer to review your contracts. Most cases that I see, a lot of people sign contracts, like you say, Melvin. There's a lot of people out there, real estate agents. Well, here you go, sign here, you're all good, just signing on your way. Contracts are very legalistic document that people think they just sign and just no worries, I know what I'm doing. I do recommend strongly to seek independent legal advice, number one. Number two, we also seek pre-approvals before you even consider signing a contract. So then that way, you know that you're good for the money, and the banks have said yes to you with any conditions, like subject to valuation of a property, subject to this, and also understanding that you must have some form of buffer in your savings. So, for example, if a valuation is slightly short by a couple of grand, you've got that money in your pocket, yeah? And also your approvals with the lender regards to the first home loan deposit scheme, that you've got a place held for you on behalf of the government and the bank. So it's making sure all these things are in place regards to the loan first before you sign a contract and go ahead, because the last thing we want to do is put the customer in a difficult situation where they can't get a contract, but two, you're also wasting people's time, and people don't realize that, and this is the problem. People go, "I'll just sign a contract, no worries, get into a contract, buy a home, design a home or build a home, and then before you know it, they're stuck in a property they can't get out of." And then they blame the agent, they blame everyone else, but they don't realize they're the ones who signed the contract. You know, it's their signature. So our duty of care is to make sure that they understand their budget, they can afford it, and they've been conditionally approved by the lender. Basically, that's how you protect the customer.
Well, good. I think that answers the question. Anything more, ladies and gentlemen? All right. I think I just need to send all of their contacts to you just in case you need it, and I'm happy to share it with you guys. I'm gonna gather all of the information for your convenience. If you have some questions to them, I'll happy to give them your contacts. Again, thank you, gentlemen. I think we have 1 hour of. Oh, there's another one. Okay. What if I am from another country with limited English, who wants to buy? What's my protection? Is there, if there is any?
What are you a visa holder? Are you talking here? So
Maybe a business person who just wanted to he came here and had a automatic PR or we call it temporary visa, and wanted to buy a house.
Yeah. So
but don't really, but has a limited English language or literacy.
I get your understanding. So with any customer, so with lenders, they do require you to seek, to get independent legal advice. And if you need an interpreter to go through the process, you can do so too. There's a lot of good interpreters out there, people who speak Tagalog, who are lawyers that can go through the document themselves with you before you sign. So that's very important. A lot of people, yet again, is going through a process of understanding. Look, the main thing is most people I deal with, you can ask them a question, do you understand? And they'll just nod. We don't go through that process. We want them to seek independent advice. If they've got limited English, for example, we do recommend a translator to go through that process. Now, when I mean translator, I don't mean their auntie or anyone like that. We want them to see someone that actually has a certificate to translate, or a legal advisor, or an advisor, a financial advisor that can speak their language. So we do get a lot of them. Now, in regards to visa holders, the government have a tendency, at the moment, they're not applicable because of the FIRB approval. Yeah. The stamp is an issue for most customers in that instance. Yeah, but it depends. So majority of the times, if they're, for example, spousal, the one that holds the citizenship can get the first homeowners grant, and there's ways to discuss that in the future. So if anyone wants to ask me a question in detail, I'm more than happy to explain it. So ask them to give me a call and say, yep, this is how you do it, and this is how you apply it, especially with spousal visas. Okay?
Oh, good. I think that's... Anything more, ladies and gentlemen?
Pretty much that's it.
Oh, there's a question for Ran. There's a question for Ran. For a first home buyer, new migrant, what is your advice on where to buy land? Where are the more affordable but high growth areas? So geographical.
Look, it's my answer. First of all, it's depends where they want to live. If they want to live in the west, north, or southeast of Melbourne, probably where you'll find the cheapest and the closest with proximity to the CBD will be the west of Melbourne. And Chris touched it. That's probably going to be where the main growth is going to be, especially next year when the panel will open.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can drive from anywhere in the west, and within 20 minutes you're in the city. But again, it comes to what's the budget, where they want to live, and what will work for them. If you will ask me, most likely it's in the West, but maybe they prefer living in the Southeast. So it's going to cost a bit more, but at least they will live where they want to live.
Yeah. So it depends on where's the money first. Because if you're working in the East and you want to live in the West, it's a big consumption of time and effort as well to have a family. And I think, as Ran said, at the moment it's the West, but whatever is your preference, you can even live there. So that's it. Is that the answer, MDG Arate from YouTube? We have so many. This is interesting because these are actually new migrants, and if you have questions, guys, I'll share Chris, Ramon, and Ran's details for you. So I think that ends our discussion for tonight. And I would like to thank everyone who participated, who interacted with us, who are still at the. I think we have 60 viewers at the moment. Good population of viewers. And I apologize for my voice because I'm still busted at the moment. And I thank you, Chris, Ramon, and Ran for coming over for our Zoom info session on getting out of rental trap. Any parting words, Chris? Ramon?
Yeah, just congratulations, Melvin, on your award, mate. Number 1.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
Thank you, Ramon.
Yes, I would like to thank Melvin for giving us the opportunity to share what we know to the community and to the listeners. We're always here to help you. We have Chris, who is an expert, who has been in the industry of finance for a long time. Ran, who has been in the industry for more than 20 years. I've been in the industry since 2009. So we're all here to help you. We're happy to provide you with the information, and we'll take it from there.
Okay, Ran, sir?
I want first to congratulate you for your award, for the station award.
Thank you very much.
I'm sure many good people put their heart and soul there in order to get it, and you're well deserved. That's fantastic. That's a big thumb up. And I want to thank you for giving us the opportunity, to have this good conversation with these beautiful listeners. And look, guys, thank you for all. Many thanks for you, Melvin. I really appreciate it. And I really hope that we can help a few of the listeners.
I will do, sir. Thank you very much. Again, I think our time is up, and we're still going to have another hour of mini discussion and playing more music. And thank you very much for joining Chris, Ramon, and Ran. God bless you, and for sure we'll support you. Good Vibes Filipinas will support you 1,000%. All right, thank you, guys. Okay, we're going to have some of our breather first. So again, we're with Chris, we're with Ran, and Ramon here. So 979 FM Community Radio Filipino Australian program. Good Vibes Pilipinas. Boom.
Melbourne's Hotter Mix of the 80s, 90s, and today. 979 FM.
Lutong Pinay Restaurant, where we serve authentic food dishes that will surely satisfy your cravings. From our mouth-watering adobo, bagnet, sisig, wopis, pancit gisado, dinuguan, kare-kare, to our delectable pinakbet. We have a wide variety of dishes that will take your taste buds on a journey to the Philippines. Our dishes are made with fresh and high-quality ingredients, cooked with love and passion by our talented Lutong Baay chefs. You can taste the rich and bold flavors of our cuisine in every bite. And if you're feeling sumptuous, we have a wide selection of native desserts like kuchinta, puto, cassava cakes, and including our famous halo halo. You won't be disappointed. So come and visit us today. Branches located in Deer Park and Footscray, open 7 days a week. You can also order for takeaways by calling 0401 027 683. Proud sponsor, 979 FM.
979 FM, the little station with the big sound.
Just play it loud, okay?
Need that special promotion? Then why not book 979 FM's outside broadcast bus today? To find out how, contact 979 FM's sponsorship coordinator on 9747 0450 or email advertise@979fm.com.au. 979 FM, serving the community.
This is 979 FM.
Are you or someone you know living with a disability or needing support to live your best life? Look no further. Heart2Care Australia, our NDIS provider, is here for you every step of the way. Our experienced, reliable, and multicultural team is dedicated to helping you achieve your goals, whether it be finding employment, support coordination, accessing housing, nursing services, transport needs, improving your health and well-being, daily living assistance, and specialized therapies. We offer a range of services tailored to your specific needs and plans so you can live life on your own terms and you receive the best possible care. Our team of experienced professionals are here to help you access the funding you need and tailor services to your unique needs. So why wait? Contact us today and let us help you. Please visit www.heart2care.com.au. Proud sponsor, 979 FM.
Hi, this is 97.9 Filipino Aussie program, the home of Good Vibes Pilipinas, with Papi Melvin Mata, Bibo Santos, and Mayora May Zafla, imparting positivity, playing open music while serving the community. Good Vibes Pilipinas! Boom!
Yan, nagbabalik po si Papi dito lang sa inyong 979 FM Community Radio Filipino Australian Program. Good Vibes Pilipinas. Boom! Okay. So, ganda ng ano natin. Usapan natin kanina. Okay, so, okay, so we have some listeners as well. Okay, ang dami nating mga ano kanina. Dami nating discussion. Kahit medyo naghihingalo ang boses ni Papi. Anyways, marami tayo ditong mga mga listeners kanina pa. Okay. Marcos Esteban is watching. Louis Brios is watching. Ang dami eh. And also, okay, I'm gonna get more guests next time. Oh, sabi ni Marcos Esteban, Brother Ecotes, best to hire translator service and a conveyancer that speaks your language to help with your contracts. If you are willing to buy, number one, place an EOI or expression of interest, deposit circa 1K to 2K, and then confirm that the contract is an unconditional contract or not, or for instances you may not be, have a chance to have your 5% to 10% deposit, or consider 3 to 5 year time frame with a 2% buffer on rates for contingencies, as well as allowance for living expenses, like savings for ongoing rent, nothing that you're paying for a property being constructed alongside rising inflation or living expenses costs. So this amongst others. Okay, nice explanation. Okay. All right, so again, those are some recap from our Getting Out of Rental Trap. Again, thank you very much sa lahat ng mga guests natin. Okay, meron tayong mga pwede nating patugtugin habang ako'y nagpapahinga ng aking boses. Pero again, nagpapasalamat ako sa mga viewers natin. Daming viewers ngayon. And also, backhand naman, Leslie David. Hi, Papi. Mga ating mga number one fan. Lazaro Soriano. Yan. Arlene Sakulo Kalof is watching. Ayan. Ang dami pa rin. Okay. So, okay. Sige. Magpaano muna tayo? Magpatugtog muna tayo ng napakagandang awitin from Acoustic Firehouse. Again, nagpapasalamat ako. Mabuhay from Motivationally. Okay, ang dami nating kanina, viewers, ang dami ng questions, pati na sa YouTube and sa Facebook and sa Twitter. Naglipaan na, kumbaga naglipaan na. Okay, again, nagpapasalamat ako guys. Pahingayin ko muna ng konti akong boses and babalik tayo after this song. This is one of my favorite songs. Kumbaga greatest of all time to. Okay, Firehouse, dito lang, kasama si Papi sa 979 FM Community Radio Filipino Australian Program. Good vibes, Pilipinas. Boom! ng live stream namin after nung kami po ay nabigyan ng award. So, ito po yung certificate. Okay. So, from Community Broadcasting Association of Australia, Awards 2023, the winner of Excellence in Ethnic and Multicultural Broadcasting, Good Vibes Pilipinas program, yung ating Filipino-Australian program, 979 FM, Melton Community Radio. So, at least meron naman kaming pangtapal sa mga bulaang propeta. Kumbaga, meron naman kaming kahit paano ay isang very honorable and sabi nga ng iba, very heartbreaking kasi napakaraming gustong manalo nitong award na to. So, buong Australia po. And luckily, kami po yung napili. Ayan, yung ating mga supporters. Ito po yung plaque niyan. Okay. So, ayan. Ang aming pinaka number one for just 3 years and a half, ang Good Vibes Pilipinas. Ay nagpapasalamat sa aming mga followers sa YouTube, mga namin, sa mga subscribers, and sa aming mga tagapakinig. Hindi lang dito sa Melton, Australia, kundi sa buong mundo. I know we have lots and lots of following. Hindi lang po dito sa Melton, Australia, but especially mga nasa Pilipinas, Bicol, and especially din yung mga sumusuporta sa amin dito ng mga ka-collaborate. Diba? Yan sila motivationally, Kaizon, yung Gawad Kaling Australia, Pinoys in Melbourne, yung mga local Pinoys in Melbourne, ng mga Facebook pages, Facebook groups, Changi Down Under, diba? Mga walang katapusang collaboration with these kinds of institutions. Light Up Your Life, and then yung aming dial back solutions. Okay? Yan lang ibig sabihin, we don't BS. Hindi po kami nakiki-BS sa inyo. We're deeply serious with this kinds of with our job. This is just a hobby, but eventually, salamat talaga. We're very fortunate na sa konting panahon pa lang, medyo kami ay nakakuha na ng ganitong mga awards. Ang iba, nahihirapan. Pero kami, ito paano, very blessed po kami. Okay, sige. Patugtog tayo ng patugtog tayo ng mga magandang tugtugin. So this one is from Christian Bautista. This is one of our favorite songs as well. Noong mga panahon na tayo ay nasa college. Hindi college to. Okay? So yung hindi alam, this is one of Christian Bautista's hits nung siya nagsimula. So this is Christian Bautista, Color Everywhere, dito lang. Kasama si Papi sa 979 FM Community Radio Filipino-Australian Program. Good Vibes, Pilipinas. Boom!
serving the community. This is 979 FM.
Attention nurses and disability support workers. Are you working hard with long shifts and still paying lots of taxes? Did you know that property investment can be a profitable way of increasing your wealth and reducing your taxes? And you can also use your superannuation for investment? With Empire 8 Property Investments, you can build a multi-million property portfolio without sacrificing your lifestyle, even if you have little or no deposit. Property investment can help you earn great rental income, help you cut down your home mortgage in 10 years or less, and leave a legacy for your kids. For more information, please call 0433-213-993 or email manage@empire8property.com.au. Terms and conditions apply. Not financial advice. Sponsor 979 FM.
Hi, I'm David Lord. It's my great honour and privilege to be the principal of Staunton College. We explicitly teach the social and emotional skills that students will need throughout their lives. We have a wide range of extracurricular activities to allow students to follow their interests and passions. We work hard so that our students are happy, engaged and successful, feeling part of the Staunton family.
Staunton College! Try! Persevere! Achieve!
Sponsors of this station.
Melbourne's hotter mix of the 80s, 90s and today. 979 FM.
Blue Spa Dental is trusted by patients all around Melbourne. Experience the gentle care of our highly skilled dentists. Take a step towards a healthier and better smile. Our dentists at Blue Spa Dental receive inquiries and ask questions regularly. We are happy to talk to you on the phone or email you with an answer to questions you may have concerning your dental treatments. We offer general dentistry, cosmetic dentistry, and orthodontics. We have clinics in Melbourne City, Heidelberg, and Taylor's Hill. Book now by calling 03-8657-9417. Sponsor 979 FM.
Ayun, nagbabalik si Papi. Dito lang sa inyong 979 FM. Community Radio Filipinos Trailing Program. Good Vibes, Pilipinas. Boom! Alright, magpatugtog pa tayo ng isa. Isa sa mga napakasarap pakinggan nung tayo ay nasa elementary ay ng high school at college. Alright, River Maya, 214. Dito lang, kasama si Papi. Good Vibes, Pilipinas. Boom!
From classical to pop, reggae to hard rock, with country blues and easy to religion, sport, and news for you. So stay with us and you'll be fine. Keep your dial locked to 979 FM all the time.
Australia is a great country to explore as a tourist, but it is also setting international standards for excellence in education. We can help you convert your tourist to a student visa with a 100% approval rate on onshore applications. Asia Pacific Group Education and Migration Services offer free processing for Filipino tourists who want to explore and study here in Melbourne. We thrive to provide our clients with excellent services, clear communication, a fast and simplified application process, and successful outcomes. Our Filipino team can assist and guide you on your visa processing. For more information, you can call 0370038711 or email filipino@asiapacificgroup.com. Sponsor 979 FM.
Light Up Your Life Australia imports quality copies, lanterns, or parol from the Philippines. We now also distribute new quality gourmet food brands in all Australia. These are Casalontok Sinamak, an all-natural homemade Ilonggo spiced vinegar, great dipping sauce for steamed or grilled food. Baked mushroom chips by Mom's House of Mushrooms from Cavite. You'll enjoy the delectable goodness of mushroom oyster and original flavor. No salt, no sugar added, a great way to eat without guilt. Bottled gourmet bangus from Taguban, Pangasinan with 3 flavors to choose from. In olive oil with sun-dried tomatoes and Portuguese style. Area distributors, store owners, and online resellers are welcome for business. For inquiries, call 0426-267252. Proud sponsor, 979 FM. Yun ang babalik si Papi. Okay. So, puro muna tayo ngayon mga tugtugin kasi I'm just, my voice is suffering. Okay. So, here's another song from side A. So many questions. Bakit ang daming tanong? Dito lang. Sa 979 FM Community Radio Philippine-Australian Program. Good Vibes, Pilipinas! Pilipinas. Boom! Santos, for I Need You More Today, one of the best hits of the 2020. Okay, guys, I still have 5 more minutes to go, but thank you very much for spending your time tonight. I know this is a pre-recording for Saturday, and next week I'll be having my procedure, and hopefully you could pray for me for a very successful surgery. Excuse me. Okay, again, this is your Good Vibes Pilipinas, the winner of the Excellence in Ethnic and Multicultural Broadcasting of the Community Broadcasting Association of Australia, Awards 2023. Thank you very much, GBAA and MBC and 979 FM. Again, nagpapaalam po kami. Thank you guys sa mga nakinig kanina and sa aming session, info session about getting out of rental trap. And this is again a very, very constructive and educational session. Thank you sa mga may birthday po ngayon. I would like to greet Mrs. Tinel Andaya from your very, very loving husband, kay Papa Romel. Birthday ni Tinel sa November 17, Friday. Pakigreet naman. Salamat po. Happy birthday! Okay. Happy advance birthday, Tinel Andaya, from your family, from your loving husband, Romel, Papa Romel Andaya. So, happy birthday. And, okay, so, thank you very much, guys, sa mga reporta na binigay nyo sa amin. We're very, very grateful for everything that you've done to Good Vibes Pilipinas, especially itong aming latest award. We didn't expect this. So thank you very much, CBAA, the Community Broadcasting Association of Australia. Okay, Papa George, pagaling ka. I know si Papa George po ngayon ay nasa hospital. We are praying for you, Papa George. And quick recovery, and we'll see you soon sa ating family dinner. Yeah. Papa George, we love you. God bless you. And sa mga kasama ko, si Mayora, si Mafi, si Raf, si Papa George, si Camille, and sa lahat ng nakatangkilik ngayon, si Bernadette, malaging nakantabay sa amin, si Motivationally, Marcus, and Quezon. Thank you very much, guys, for supporting us. Again, nagpapasalamat po kami. We are Good Vibes Pilipinas, the CBAA Awards 2023 winner for the excellence in the ethnic and multicultural broadcasting. We're signing off, and good vibes lamang. Okay, dito lang. Kasama si Papi sa 979 FM Community Radio, Philippine-Australian program. Good Vibes Pilipinas. Boom!
Rock on! The best songs of all time. 979 FM.
Do you want to discover the newest playgrounds, enjoy a great night out, and taste the best treats on offer in the city of Melton? The free Melton City Much More app will help you to discover, taste, enjoy, and explore much more in the city of Melton. Download the Melton City Much More app today from Apple iTunes or Google Play. Melton City Council is the sponsor of 979 FM.
Become a member or subscriber of 979 FM today by phoning 9747 0450 during business hours or phone 9747 8500 after hours. Support 979 FM today.
Hi, I'm Brent from the Saturday Morning Sweet 60s with Nat.
Hello, this is Jane from the Homework Club.
This is Bob Turner from Beat Street.
Hi, this is Tamara from the Homework Club and the Friday Arvo Show.
Radio with personality. 979 FM.
Oh, you could just pretend to be with her all day.
Hi, this is 97.9 Filipino Aussie program, the home of Good Vibes Pilipinas, with Papi Melvin Mata, Bibo Santos, and Mayora May Zafla, imparting positivity, playing open music while serving the community. Good Vibes Pilipinas. Boom!